What's up? Big Herc916, positivity, motivation, never settle for average. You know how we do it over here. I like to keep you guys laced up with the females, with the cars, just with the game in general. And I happen to be listening to two young women having a conversation. And one of them said, he's only average looking, but he does have a lot of followers. So he's kind of Instagram famous. So does that make him cute? And I had to hold back a laugh, man, because she's basing whether this guy was attractive or not on the number of followers he had on his IG. That's what it's come down to. If you have 100K followers, 200,000, 300,000 followers, you're considered attractive because of your popularity. You're socially acceptable. Therefore, this female now will entertain you. Where if you only had maybe 5,000 followers or 1,000 followers, you wouldn't be that good looking. That's how the game has evolved. So for you young guys out there, you young men, just a little word of advice when you're dealing with a lot of these females, man. Just know that for the most part, a lot of these interactions that you're having at such a young age are superficial. Don't take them too serious. Don't let them upset you. Don't get caught up. Don't get emotionally trapped. There's nothing of value in most of these young loves, as far as if you want to call it young love, relationships when you're going through high school, college. It's not until you get past all the what you call social drama that you find someone of value. You see it all the time, young girls, sugar babies playing these dudes, preying on the simps out there, the insecure guys who don't really have a whole lot maybe going for them, but their pocketbooks are really nice. See, that only works up until a certain point. Once these females get into their late 20s, early 30s, and they realize that they're alone and that they devalue themselves by playing all these guys along the way, that's when you have your DMs blowing up. That's when you have your dating profile on fire, because in that age group from 28, 29 up until about 30, actually 38 upwards of 45, there are a lot of single women that are very qualified, that bring value to the table, and that are looking for a comparable man that has his shit together, that they can build a family with. See, young girls, hustling on my fans and whatever other, platforms they have out there where they can, shake that ass, twerk, and make money off their pictures and freakiness. Those girls are living life for the moment and not really thinking about the emotional exchange or consequences of any relationship they're involving themselves with. If you got that Rari, you got that Lambo, you got that Bentley, you got that Rolls, you flash a little bag, you can bust her cheeks, man. But that's all it is, a cheek bust. And ain't nobody you want to take home to mom, or anybody you want to have a child with, or anyone you want to really put any serious time into, because you're just a number, non-emotional, no attachment, and it's all about the photo op. So don't, like I said, let it offend you. Know what it is. You can't really be mad at the game because that's how the game's evolved. I've seen it, man. You know, when I was still in good shape, even about 10 years ago, and I was in a dating arena trying to find a female to spend time with, but I was just mainly about busting cheeks. But one female in particular, kind of bougie female, came from money, was used to living it up, from Manhattan Beach. Went on a date, blind date, showed up. At the time, I think I had what did I have? I think I had a 96 Cadillac Sedan DeVille. So, it's kind of a gangster car, tinted window. There wasn't nothing fancy. Wasn't no Benz, wasn't no Jag, BMW, Porsche, nothing like that. And, met the female, hung out for a little bit, went to this little kind of like bar slash club, and she said, "Oh, I got to go to the bathroom." And I said, "Okay." I'm waiting at the bar. Man, about 10 minutes go by, and I'm like thinking like, man, where's she taking a poo-poo? And I started walking around, looking to see if I seen her anywhere, or, went by the bathroom. Nah, man, I got shook, man. It happens to the alphas too, man. I got shook because I wasn't that bag. I wasn't that guy that, she could floss with. And I wasn't at the time. I was, I was renting a room. I was trying to get on my feet. I didn't have a whole lot at that time established because I was still trying to get on my feet. Fast forward, probably 2 years later, I get a message on one of my Facebook. I'm like, "Hey, remember me?" I see the message. I recognize the female. She trying to get back at her brother now because see my social media's elevated. It looked like I'm doing some things. She's seeing the bag, and now I'm good enough to take her around to the family and possibly the friends. See, nobody wants to be with a bum. Nobody wants to be with just Joe Average. All these women want somebody that they can show off and feel like they got a trophy, just like the guys feel like they want to have a trophy. But if we all recognize what we're playing with, then there'll be no confusion. So young men out there, man, I'm gonna keep you laced, man, but don't let yourself, like I said, take offense to the game and what's going on out there. And a lot of you guys out there, if you are getting that bag, you're doing your thing, test these females, man. Test them. Send your homeboy at them. See if they go for it. Throw a twist at them. Say you're somewhere and it's an emergency and you're broke down, and see if they'll come in the middle of the night and come give you a ride, or ask them if hey, I got something going on and I got to go out of town, and act like you're shooting out of town. Double back. See what's really going on. If this is someone you want to invest some serious emotions into, and 9 times out of 10, you're going to catch her with the hammer. Thor's going to be pounding them cheeks, man, and she'll act like she got something else going on, but that's the way it is, man. The Gangsta D putting it down out there. So recognize the game, don't get played by the game, and run your own game. But make sure that game is real, raw, and uncut. Big Herc916.
Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in. Exclusively at FreshOutSeries.com.
Hello, I'm Big Herc916. Contact me for life coaching and motivational speaking.